Buy a big bag of dried pasta that would feed a family for about 0.50 pounds. If you shop and cook properly, you can eat healthy meals really cheaply. I would love to see how she spends her salary. Your tweet is weapons-grade, tone-deaf thunder bullocks. You need to remember that without the means to cook it, a saucepan, water, gas, electric, and a hob in case your maid hasn't told you this, a 50p bag of dried pasta is about as much use as a bacon buttati stall in Tel Aviv. I don't know what some of those last words means, but it's true. But you could always just eat the pasta like raw, I guess. Same amount of nutrition, right?
Metaverse is the future. Why not own your own cabin on the Titanic?
Titanic sank, dog. I don't want to be on there.
This man asked me out on a date. He was actually fine as hell, but when I asked him where we going, he said, and I quote, "Ladies, Applebee's." I busted out laughing at his silly cheap butt. I told him I own my own shop, a house, a BMW, and stocks. I can buy Applebee's. Yeah, okay. Then I walked away. You should have seen his face. I'm worth more than Applebee's. You have to impress me, and that ain't it. Ladies, keep them standards high as hell. Don't settle for broke men. So because he offered to take you to dinner at Applebee's, he's broke, you had to tell him off all your wordy accomplishments to sound good? You don't know the man's financial status. He could own several Applebee's. He could be a broker. He could be a doctor, but you judged him off a restaurant. I'm sure if he saw his face, he would be laughing because he just dodged a bullet. You own all of those things, but you still don't have a man. It's not because your standards are high. It's because you ain't worth nothing. Hey, sweetheart, people who gotta brag online about how smart they are, rich they are, happy they are, generally aren't, so maybe just calm down. That Turning Red Disney movie is not appropriate for children. Yuck!
That Turning Red Disney movie is not appropriate for parents who suck at communicating with their children. Fixed it for you. Hey man, I said it was not like great, but I just thought it was kind of boring. Like, and the ending was The song though, the song was so good.
Pay me more, I quit. Workers play risky game with their bosses. More than 60% of Americans say using a job offer from another company for the sole purpose of receiving a salary increase is an ethical practice. Pay workers too little and they'll quit. Bosses play risky games with their workers. There, I fixed it. Yeah, they do.
What are the key traits of mediocre people at work? They ask the same stupid question every year. Yeah, they do.
If you're a single woman over the age of 24, it's over for you. A woman at her peak fertility at age 23. After this, she loses 10% per year in attractiveness and desirability. Men also become increasingly repulsed because they initially know older women have less time to breed. Hell, if I was 23-year-old man, I'd say anything to lose my virginity too.
Hey, not 23 yet, shut up!
After 2 months of talking, I told this guy yesterday that I wasn't ready for a relationship, and he responded, "It's been great. Hope you have a good one." And then he blocked me. No effort, no pressure applied. I'm devastated. You're devastated because you respected your decision? Okay. See you later. I don't really want to be friends. I want to try and date you. Bye, lady.
You borrow, you repay. Simple as that. I hate it when irresponsibility is rewarded. Like how boomers destroyed the economy and the earth and still get Social Security. Yeah, that's so weird. European colonial history in 6 words. Is that yours? Nah, it's mine now, mate. That's human history. The Bushmen would say the same thing about the Bantu, the Persian about the Egyptian, most of the world from the viewpoint of Genghis Khan. Making all history about white Europeans is dramatically opposite of your call for truth in science, my friend. If you set aside the dog-knacking and puppy-skinning plots, which are admittedly hard to overlook, Disney's version of Cruella has always been a bit of a feminist. No. If you set aside making a suit out of those women, Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs was just a guy trying to achieve his dreams of being beautiful. So, yeah, there you go. Elon Musk is giving $100 million to anyone who can find a way to pull carbon dioxide directly from the atmosphere or oceans and sequester it durably and sustainably. Personally, I think $100 million is a bargain. That is a tree. That is what trees do. Ken, you're getting $100 million, dog. When the girl you invited over is so bored by at Netflix crappy movie film selection that she decides to leave. Maybe because you were actually trying to watch a movie, Brian. That's why, my dude. That's why.
Why are vampires always wealthy in movies? Like, how do they make a living, LMAO? If you've been alive since 1892 and still broke, just step into the sun, dog.
Yeah, like, you could just hold on to, like, a cup from back then and boom, $1,000.
My body is a temple. Yours is a nightclub.
Temples are open to everyone. Nightclubs have restricted access. Nice try, though. I actually spit on my hand making the spit sound. You're welcome. Lame! Here's a cool idea for you. Your being a butthole is a foreshadowing of the later scene where you have a very lightly attended funeral. Damn, man, you roasted him. Yeah, I wanna know why my post got deleted after being approved by admin. Too many likes or something?
As an admin, I guess the real question is, do you get so little attention in real life that you have to post a dirt bike in a ranger group? I'm not the one who approved, nor the one who deleted it. Go join a dirt bike group, or at least have your ranger in the picture also seems pretty simple. But go on thinking we gave a single crap about how many likes your picture got, and that was the reason we deleted. I love car groups on Facebook, because they get so aggressive. Fun fact, I recently found out my community has a page entirely considered to complaining about certain residents in the community, and as a property owner, I'm allowed in it, but they denied my access saying, you don't live here. Thanks, community board. I have an IQ of 154 and want to make a good use of my giftedness. Currently in 11th grade. What should I do? You have an IQ of 154 and you are asking strangers what to do. My advice, get it on the test. The last one was false positive, my friend. Yeah. Funny that for the cost of a John Lewis voucher, you could get a cleaner in. We get one every 2 weeks to do the stuff we don't want to do. Clean bathrooms, floors, windows. Best 35 pounds every 2 weeks I've ever spent. Your bathroom is cleaned every 2 weeks only? Yeah, I tend to use the toilet to take a piss rather than on the floor. Don't know how you're using. Okay, fair. No atheism or atheist can create computer. Once you're atheist, your ability to critical thinking shrinks. Really? I guess you've never heard of Alan Turing then. He was an atheist that literally created the first modern computers, but whatever. As someone who does have religion, just shut up. No one cares about your religion. And that's coming from some guy who follows one. Just don't care. Don't care. Just move on with your life. Fact-checking is a euphemism for editorializing, which is a form of censorship, and that's a fact. I read that you're a psychopath who eats puppies, doesn't know what a salad fork is, and only got into Harvard because your dad gave the provost a handy. I guess I shouldn't check the facts on that, though. I mean, this dude does kind of look like a psychopath who eats puppies, and his dad does look like he gives handies. Trust me, I would know. Finish the sentence. My favorite part of Windows 11 is, that is not supported on my machine. That's my favorite part. My wife isn't in an open relationship, but it's not open for jokes. Probably Will Smith. Yeah, probably. It bothers me when I hear young employees talk about the work/life balance at an early stage of their lives. Work your butt off at the beginning, make money, save it, and then later in life aim for work/life balance, as you will need it with kids and parents, etc., etc. This is my POV. Wild as hell that you would log onto twitter.com to proudly announce to the entire internet that you exploit young workers and are bothered when they self-advocate and push back against being exploited, but you do you, I guess. Thanks, bro. Hey, man, I'm all for working hard when you're young. I'm all for working hard in general, but I worked 3 jobs at 17. I'm 20, dude, and I'm tired already. I want to go to sleep. You either admit laws are stupid and shouldn't exist, or you admit that they'll work and you can't be broken. If a law of physics can be violated, we throw out the law of theory. Those laws are written in stone and have never been broken. I'm personally against all legal laws, but yeah, if we have a legal system, everything has to be by the books identical. No, those aren't the only 2 options. That's why there are things like, jury precedents and appeal courts. But I kind of feel like I'm talking to a 14-year-old who's failing social studies, so you probably don't know what those things are. Basically, it's right by trial, little buddy. There you go. Yeah, you're too old for that energy. Your market value has already decreased at 35, buddy. LOL, I joined Marvel at 35, buddy. My market value just hit the motherfucking roof. Oh yeah! Can't wait to join Marvel when I'm 35. Totally gonna happen, guys, right? Right? Somebody tell me I'm right! From 300K to 69K, lost my kid's college money, been saving for a long time. He's graduating high school next year and needs to make it back. Any non-YOLO stock advice greatly appreciated. Tell your kid they're hiring at Wendy's and to figure out their own path because their dad has a gambling problem. Is this a gambling loss or a stock loss? I wouldn't call stocks gambling. I'd call it yeah, it's gambling. I was wrong. Tim Pool. I went to a dinner with my girlfriend and was told it was a 20-minute wait. After only a few minutes, a couple walked in and was seated right away. I complained and left right away. I don't tolerate bullcrap, and I don't tolerate people who think I should care when they do. Tim, do you know what a reservation is, dog? It's when you call ahead and set a pot of time so you don't gotta wait. There you go, bud. Short sellers are the dumb stormtroopers of the investing galaxy. Show us how little you understand about market history and public equities in 10 words or less. Thanks, Barry. When I grow up, maybe you can help me start a podcast and charge investor fees just like you. I don't know who this man is. George, Mom said it's my turn to sit in the car. Welcome to KFC. Can I take your order? We were not expecting this. Just like you weren't expecting podium on the weekend. Oh, yes. Last weekend, I went to an Atlantic coffee shop right after Vincent Reynolds had been there. The staff were so flustered they got my order wrong, but I'm Canadian, so I drank it. Curious if they got his order wrong, too. I don't think they got my order wrong, partly because I always order a really simple black coffee, but mainly because I wasn't in Atlanta, buddy. Thanks, Ryan Reynolds. Making people be quiet all the time. Changing up the walk-ins tonight to highlight some of the incredible women in the Raptors organization for our International Women's Day game. Are they the cooks? Nah, but they'd cook you on the court. Oh!
I played every sport, and it was weird back then. If you wanted a trophy, you had to finish in first place.
Thank you, Jeff Foxworthy, for speaking the truth. Few comedians are brave enough to rip their material from a Minions meme, a 65-year-old middle manager with their education listed as the School of Hard Knocks, whose profile picture is 70% of their chin, posted on to Facebook in 2014. 200K to 9K. I lost all my money my grandma gave me before she died. Positions in the comments. Take what you have left and get a vasectomy. Please don't reproduce. Hey, man, sometimes you mess up on stocks. What can I say? Me and Lockie both bought Cummy Coin. Did not go well. I made a lot of money on Doge, though. But yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's just for the meme of the Cummy Coin.
Classic mayo on toast by whoever this is.
The only thing more inbred than this mayo is you. Paul Christ, kill it. Free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter religiously adheres to this principle? You just fired an employee because you didn't like the video he posted on YouTube. And just to throw another log onto the fire, remember the time Elon Musk canceled a journalist's Tesla order because he didn't like what he wrote? Yeah, Elon Musk is cool and all, but sometimes he's a dick. So I'm pumping gas and all I hear is, God damn. Then another man says, yeah, man, I said the same thing. And I'm acting like I don't hear neither one. Gas $4 a gallon and you think they were talking about you? Nah, sweetheart. I'm screaming, oh my God, $50 to fill my tank. The British Museum will take anything but jokes. No one, the British Museum, mine. One of the quotes I've always remembered from @CoachVerbal50 was, the great ones make it look easy. I hope you didn't think I was talking about you when I said that, my friend. Me or the PS5? Man, women hate being compared to objects, but ask me or the PS5 and wonder why we choose the PS5. The PS5 doesn't lie to us or break our hearts. It's there forever. Oh, but sorry, I was falling in love with my PS5 again. I was just asked my pronouns. For future reference, they are you are a word I can't say, moron. I'll be sure to respect your pronouns and refer to you as such. Burn, my dude, burn. I'm completely convinced that At Church of Satan was started by atheists purely for tax exemption purposes. We don't support tax exemption for religious organizations. We pay our taxes and challenge other churches to do the same. Reading our FAQ would have told you that. Never thought I'd be rooting for the Church of Satan, but hey, let's go Church of Satan, I suppose. I'm actually not for paying taxes, so yeah. Don't want one? I'll pay $10 for gas before buying an electric car. How stupid is that? I'll pay for 2 horses before I pay for one of those fancy Model Ts. You could probably get more than 2 horses for $30K, to be honest. Like, I've owned horses. The most expensive one was like $7,000, and it was a Mustang. I bet nobody under 40 knows what this is. Right, because all bread is digital now. Honey, what's that? It's digital sliced bread. Scary. I have the best advice for women in business. Kim Kardashian says, get your freaking butt up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. No, I have the best advice. Be born into a rich family, get a crap ton of plastic surgery, film and then release an orchestrated sex tape. Parlay that planned notoriety into a reality show exploiting your younger sisters and Viola. Easy peasy.